Hello, good morning, children. Now we are going to study chapter first, chemical reactions and equations. This is the chapter of science subjects, class 10th. In this chapter, we will study about chemical reactions. What is chemical reactions? Chemical equations, type of chemical equations, balanced chemical equation, unbalanced chemical equation, corrosion, rancidity. So without wasting our times, now we are going to start these chapters. Okay. Now first thing is chemical reactions. What is chemical reactions? We know that in previous class 9th we studied about physical and chemical changes. First thing is physical changes and second thing is chemical changes. We know that in physical changes no new substance is formed, but in chemical changes a new substance is formed which property is different from the older substance. Suppose we take water. This is in liquid form. We increase the temperature of this water, so this becomes in gas form, but the formula is H2O. Only the states of the compound is changed. So this is known as physical changes. But what is chemical changes? Suppose we take quicklime, CO, calcium oxide and water. When they mixed together, a reactions takes place and this form CaOH whole twice. This is known as calcium hydroxide. Here we can see that the new substance is calcium hydroxides, which property is different from calcium oxide and water. So this is known as chemical changes. So we can say that the chemical changes is known as chemical reactions. What is this? Chemical changes is also known as chemical reactions. Suppose first thing is, suppose we are taking sodium plus oxygen. When they react together, this forms sodium oxide, Na2O. This is a chemical reaction. There are many types of examples of chemical reaction. Rusting of iron, digestion of food, and many other types of changes are known as chemical reactions, and these changes are the chemical changes. Okay. So if anyone asks what is chemical reactions, you can write it in one sentence. The chemical changes is also known as chemical reactions. Okay. Now this topic is clear. What is chemical reaction? Chemical reaction is also a chemical changes. So we can say that the chemical changes is known as chemical reactions. Okay. Now we are going to start what is chemical equations. Chemical equations. What is chemical equations? Suppose we take water, we can write it water in English. Okay. Or we can use the symbols of atoms by which water is formed. We can also write it H2O. These both says that this is water. Water in English, water in the form of symbols. Okay, so we can say that chemical equations is the symbolic representation of chemical reactions. Suppose we are taking hydrogen plus oxygen. When we take hydrogen, oxygen, this forms water. We only represents this by words equation. Okay, this equation says that when we mixed hydrogen and oxygen, this forms water, and this is a chemical reactions. We can also represent hydrogen by H2 in their symbolic representation, oxygen O2, and when both of them are reacts, then this forms H2O. This is known as chemical equations. Now we can say that the representation of chemical reactions by the symbols is known as chemical equations. Okay, this is also clear. Now we are going to start next topic. Okay, first we remove it, then we start. If you want to make the notes, please take a screenshot or note in your notebook. Now first thing is be clear what is chemical reactions and equations. Now we are going to start. The next topic is balanced chemical equation or reactions. Okay, what is balanced chemical equation? So in class 9th we also studied about this, the law of conservation of mass. That law states that mass cannot be created, not be destroyed. Okay, suppose we are taking 100 gram, suppose we are taking two substance, 10 gram first substance, 10 gram second, and after the reactions the product that is formed should be total number of mass 20 grams. This means mass neither be created nor be destroyed. Here we take in reactants we take 10 grams, two reactants. This forms a single product and the product is 20 grams. So we can say that mass cannot be created, not be destroyed, and this is known as law of conservation of mass. So after applying the law of conservation of mass at chemical reactions, we can say that suppose we take H2 plus O2. This forms water, H2O. According to law of conservation of mass, here from here to here, this is known as reactants. This is known as products after the chemical reactions. Products. Before the arrow, reactants, after the arrow, products. Here we can see that the atoms of hydrogen is 2, here also 2. This means in reactants 2 hydrogen, in products 2 hydrogen. This is balanced. Oxygen, here oxygen is 2, here oxygen is 1, but we can say that here the oxygen is less 1. So this is not a balanced chemical reactions. Balanced chemical reaction means the atom should be same in reactants and products. Okay, so if we write here H2 plus O2, this forms H2O, we multiplied by 2 here and multiplied by 2 here. Now here hydrogen is 4 in reactants, here hydrogen is 4 in products, means hydrogen balanced. Oxygen is 2 in reactants, and here this is a single compound and multiplied by 2, so oxygen is also 2, and it means hydrogen is equal to 4, here also 4, oxygen is here 2 and here also 2. So this is called balanced chemical reactions or equations. Now we can say that the equations are the reactions in which the atoms in reactants and the atoms in products are same, then this is known as balanced chemical equations or reactions. Okay, if the atoms, numbers of atoms are not same in products and reactants, then this is known as unbalanced chemical equations. So here both we discuss unbalanced and balanced chemical reactions. Unbalanced chemical equations. Okay, balanced, this is the examples of balanced chemical equations. H2 plus O2, 2H2O plus O2, this forms 2H2O. This is the examples of balanced chemical equations. And if we write H2 plus O2, this forms H2O. Here the numbers of atom in reactants does not equals to the number of atom in products. So this is known as unbalanced chemical reactions. This is also known as skeleton equations or skeleton reactions. Okay, so here balanced and unbalanced chemical equations. In class 10th we also studied about how to balance or unbalanced chemical equations. So now let us learn how to balance a unbalanced chemical reactions. So now we start. Balancing ये chemical equations. How to balance the chemical equations. Okay, first thing is that if we take easiest example H2 plus O2, this forms H2O. First thing is that create a box around the atoms or compounds, and when we wants to go balance a chemical equation, don't change the chemical formula of any substance. So we here create the box, no changes between into the box. Okay, only we can write a numbers front of the compounds or atoms. Here here, here. Okay, that will balance the chemical equations. Only this. Suppose here water H2O. If here oxygen is less or here oxygen is less, then how can we balance the oxygen? By multiplying only. Okay, if b multiplies by 2 here, then this is a single compound, also multiplies hydrogen and oxygen. Here oxygen is 2 and hydrogen is 2 2 ja 4. Suppose we take Na2O. If b multiplied this by 3, then this is a single compound because here is no plus or minus, so this is a single compound. Here the sodium is 3 2 ja 6, sodium 6, oxygen 3 1 ja 3. Okay, now b can only multiply by the numbers in front of the compounds or atom. So now let us start how to balance chemical equations. Here we can see that hydrogen is 2, hydrogen is 2, no changes, but here oxygen is 2, oxygen is 1. So in step first we balanced oxygen on both sides. Where oxygen is less, products. In products 1 oxygen, in reactants 2 oxygen. So B multiplied by 2 only in products. Now write all the equations. H2 plus O2. 2 because here 2, here also be 2, then 2H2O. Clear? But now here we can say that hydrogen is 4, hydrogen is 2, here hydrogen also less. So in step second we balance hydrogen on both sides. So we multiply by 2 in front of hydrogen, H2O, multiplied by 2. Oxygen is also 2 here. This forms 2H2O. Now we can see that here hydrogen is equal to 4. Here also 2 2 ja 4. Oxygen is 2 in reactants. Oxygen is 2 and here oxygen is also 2. So this is a balanced chemical equation. In high school, we use the methods of balancing chemical equation, Hits and trial methods. There is no rules for balancing, only we use Hits and trial method. First, Hits means multiply by any numbers, then try that this balanced or not balanced. Okay. Now we are going to take the another equations how to balance it. Okay. Now we are taking iron plus water. This forms Fe3O4, iron tetroxide plus H2. We take iron and water, and here iron tetroxide is formed and hydrogen gas also evaporated. Okay, how to balance these chemical equations? first of all we are learning how to balance, so we make ये bracket no ये box around the substance. Okay, no changes is allowed between the box or into the box. Suppose we are taking these equations or any other compounds. Suppose we take Na2 sodium oxide. If we change, not multiplies here, multiplies here, then this is the another compound, not Na2O. So we don't try to write anything in subscripts of the compounds here and here. Okay, only be multiplied by numbers in front of the compounds. Here we can see that iron is 1, iron is 3. So first we balanced iron. Okay, in step first. Here iron is 1, here iron is 3, here is less, so be multiplied by 3. So be multiplied by 3 Fe. Only we wants to balance iron in first step. So write all the compounds as same. This forms Fe3O4 plus H2. Now in step first, iron is balanced. Now we see hydrogen. Here hydrogen is 2, here also hydrogen is 2, hydrogen also balanced. But if we see oxygen, here oxygen is 1, here oxygen is 4. So first we balanced oxygen because oxygen is, there is a 1 oxygen and here is 4 oxygen, and oxygen presents in the compound, and last we balanced hydrogen. Okay, so here 1 oxygen, here 4 oxygen. If we multiplied by 4 here, then here oxygen is also 4, here also 4. Oxygen will be balanced. So in step second, B multiplied by 4, 3Fe plus 4 H2O. This gives out Fe3O4 plus H2. Now here we can see that iron also balanced 3, 3. Oxygen also balanced 4, 4. But hydrogen, let us see hydrogen. Here 4 to the 8. 4 to the 8 hydrogen in reactants. But here only 2 hydrogen in products. Here no hydrogen. So if we multiplied by 4, then hydrogen will also be balanced. Now in step third, multiplied, here multiplied by 4. So write 3Fe plus 4 H2O. This gives out Fe3O4 plus, here multiply by 4, then 4 H2. Okay, now the reaction is balanced. We can here see that iron 3, iron balanced. Hydrogen 4 to the 8, 4 to the 8, hydrogen is also balanced. Oxygen 4 1 ja 4, or here also 4. So this is known as balanced chemical equation. Balanced chemical equation. Okay, this is known as balanced chemical equation. So if we wants to balance any unbalanced chemical equation, we can only multiply in front of the compounds or atom. We don't change the formula of that atom, okay, or that compounds. So you can see that you can balance also many types of equations. Now without wasting our times, we are going to start the next topic, type of chemical reactions, because we learn how to balance a chemical equations. Try from your NCERT books to balanced chemical reactions. Now we are going to start types of chemical reactions. Types of chemical reactions. Chemical reactions, one by one we discussed. First is combination reaction. Combination reaction. First chemical reaction is combination reactions. Combination reactions means when two or more than two compounds are formed to give a single products, or mixed to give a single products, are known as combination reaction. Suppose we take a compound and B another compound, and this gives out C. This is a single compound. We can take two or more than two compounds, okay, and this gives a single product, then this is known as combination reaction. Suppose we are taking H2 plus O2, hydrogen or oxygen. Here are two compounds and this forms water. This water is a single compound. So we can see that here two compounds make a single compound. Now we can see that or say that when we take two or more than two compounds and this gives out a single compound, okay, then this is known as combination reactions. We can write another examples. Suppose carbon plus oxygen, this forms CO2, okay. Carbon dioxide is a single product. Here carbon oxygen is another two products, two reactants. Two reactants give single products. Now you can also write the definition of combination reactions. When two or more than two reactants are combines to form a single product, then this is known as combination reactions. This is the first reactions. Now we start second. सेकेंड है आपका डीकम्पोजिशन रिएक्शंस. डीकम्पोजिशन reactions. What is decomposition reactions? This is the opposites of combination reactions. If a single reactants splits into two or more than two products. Splits mean breaks. When a single product breaks into two or more than two compounds, then this is known as decomposition reactions. Suppose we are taking water. Here water splits into hydrogen and oxygen by the process of electrolysis. You can see that here one compound, one reactants, and splits into or breaks into two hydrogen and oxygen, two products. Then this is known as decomposition reactions. Decomposition reactions takes place in three ways. First, electrolysis, thermolysis, and the other is, there are three types. First, electrolysis. Electrolysis means by electricity. Thermolysis means by heat. And the third is photolysis. Photolysis means by the light. Suppose we are taking three examples of the reactions. First, suppose we are taking CaCO3, calcium carbonate. We heat it. This forms calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Here we can see that this is a single reactant. It splits into two products. This is decomposition reactions by the heat. So this is called thermolysis. Okay. Second, electrolysis. Suppose water. Electrolysis by electric current. Electrolysis. We cannot break the water molecules by heating methods, only by electrolysis. We will discuss about electrolysis in chapter 3rd. Okay. So here H2O, this equals electrolysis, H2 plus O2. And third is photolysis. Photolysis means in presence of light, sunlight. Okay, only sunlight. Suppose we are taking HCl, AgCl, HBr, and when in the presence of light, sunlight, or we can also write H nu. H nu is the energy of photons, because we know that in sunlight photons have the energy H nu. When this forms the energy H nu, this breaks into H2 plus Cl2, hydrogen and chlorine. So HCl splits into hydrogen and chlorine. So this is called thermolysis, electrolysis, and photolysis. Photon by photon, photolysis. Okay. So decomposition reaction takes by three methods: by heat, by electric current, and by sunlight. You also clear it? Okay. These are the decomposition reactions. ठीक. Now next, third, we are going to start the next type of chemical reaction. Third, what is third? Displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. What is displacement reactions? When any atoms or group of atoms, ions, displace the another atoms, group of atoms or ions, then this is known as displacement reaction. Suppose A is atom or compounds. Here is Bx. Here two atoms are compounds. When A displace B, means this forms AX, and A displace B, B will be displaced. Then this is known as displacement reactions. Okay, you can write the definition of these reactions. When any atoms or group of atoms displace the another atoms or group of atoms from the compound, ठीक, then this is known as displacement reaction. For example, Zn plus CuSO4, copper sulfate solution and zinc. Copper sulfate solution and zinc. This forms ZnSO4. ZnSO4. ZnSO4 plus Cu. Now you can see that here copper sulfate solution, that is in the form of liquid, this is in the form of solid, and when they react, this forms zinc sulfate solution in a liquid, and copper, this becomes into solid. Means copper displaced by the copper sulfate solution. Then this is known as displacement reactions. Okay. Now the next reaction is double displacement reactions. Okay. Now let us see what is double displacement reactions. Fourth, double DOUBL, double displacement reactions. What is double displacement reactions? In double displacement reaction, both the compounds are displaced the atoms are ion of both. Okay, suppose we are taking AX plus BY. This displaces B and B also displaces A, and this forms AY, means A displaces B, then B also displaces A, and this forms BX. So this is known as displacement reactions. Now we can write the definition of these reactions. If the displacements occur on the both sides of the compounds, then this is known as double displacement reactions. Now for the example, suppose we are taking BaCl2, barium chloride, plus Na2SO4, sodium sulfate. When they react, this forms NaCl and plus BaSO4. Here you can see that the ions of BaCl2, here the ions of Na2 is SO4. Na displaces Cl, so Ba displaces SO4. Then this form BaSO4 and Na form NaCl. You can balance this equation easily by balancing method. I am not balancing the equations because if we balance every equations, the video will be very long. So you can balance by pausing the video. Okay. So this is known as double displacement reactions. This reactions occurs by the both of the compounds. Okay. Now the next chemical reactions is oxidation and reduction. Oxidation and reduction reactions. What is oxidation? Oxidation means addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. removal of hydrogen. What is reduction? Reduction means addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. Suppose if any compounds add oxygen, then we can see or we can say that is known as oxidation. Removal of hydrogen. If any compounds removing hydrogen, this also this is known as oxidation. What is reduction? Reduction means addition of hydrogen. Any compound add hydrogen, this is known as reduction. Any compound remove oxygen, then it is also known as reduction. For example, suppose we are taking carbon plus oxygen. So this forms CO2. Okay. Here you can see that carbon add oxygen. So this is known as oxidation. Oxidation of carbon, because carbon add oxygen from this. So this is known as oxidation. What is reduction? Suppose we are taking CuO plus H2. When this reacts, this form Cu plus H2O. Now here you can see that here oxygen also removed, and this forms copper only. Here copper oxide, here only copper. We can say that removal of oxygen takes place. So this is known as reduction reaction. So we can say that oxygen means addition of oxygen, reduction means removal of oxygen, or oxidation means removal of hydrogen, or reduction means addition of hydrogen. If oxidation and reduction takes place at same time, okay, then that is known as redox reaction. Now we also discuss if both of the reaction takes place at same time, then this is known as redox reaction. Red means reduction, ox means oxidation. When reduction oxidation takes place at same time, then this is known as redox reactions. Here in this example we can see that here the reduction also takes place. Here hydrogen add oxygen, and addition of oxygen is known as oxidation. Now in this example, reduction here, oxidation here takes place at same time. So this is known as redox reactions. Okay. So you can write the definition of redox reaction: when oxidation and reduction takes place at same time, then this is known as redox reactions. What is reduction? Addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen by any compound is known as reduction. Oxidation, addition of oxygen, removal of hydrogen are known as oxidation reactions. Okay, you can understand it better. If you want to take a screenshot, please take. Now we are going to the next topic. Okay. Some types other chemical reactions are suppose 6 exothermic and endothermic. Exothermic and endothermic chemical reactions. Thermic chemical reactions. What is exothermic? Exothermic means heat releases. When heat release, this is known as exothermic. And when heat is absorbed, then this is known as endothermic. Suppose we are taking calcium oxide plus water. This forms CaOH whole twice, calcium hydroxide, and plus heat also releases. Now we can say that any chemical reactions in which heat is releases are known as exothermic reactions. So this is exothermic. Or suppose we are taking carbon plus oxygen, this forms CO2 carbon dioxide. We also find the heat into this equation. So these are the examples of exothermic reactions. So the reactions, chemical reactions in which we find the heat are B, see that the heat is releases, then this is known as exothermic reactions. This is the example of exothermic reactions. What is endothermic reactions? Here, endothermic reactions means heat is required. Suppose we take calcium carbonate, CaCO3, okay, calcium carbonates, CaO plus CO2. This forms calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, okay. But to complete these equations, we have to give a heat. When this heat absorbs, this breaks into CO plus CO2. So this is known as endothermic reactions, okay. This is known as endothermic reactions. Now it is clear the reactions in which heat is absorbed are known as endothermic. The reactions in which heat releases are known as exothermic reactions, okay. It is clear. So these are the types of chemical reactions which we studied better. If you don't understand what is these types of chemical equation, you can revise the video and see it again, okay. Now there are two topics only. One is corrosion and rancidity. Now we finished also these topics, okay. Types of chemical reactions in that. Okay, now corrosion. What is corrosion? When metal react with oxygen, acid or water, humidity, okay. When metals react with oxygen, acid or water or humidity, then the upper layer of the metals get corrodes, okay. So this is known as corrosion. Or we can say that the definition of corrosion: when metals get oxidized in the presence of air, oxygen, acid or water, get oxidized, then this process is known as corrosion, okay. Means metals, suppose we are taking sodium, when this react with oxygen. This forms sodium oxide. But sodium is more reactive, so all the metals are gets oxidized. So this is known as corrosion. Suppose we are taking iron plus H2O. When this reacts, this forms Fe3O4 or Fe2O3 dot XH2O. X means not definite how many crystals of water are there. This is known as rust. So this reaction is known as rusting of iron. When rusting of iron takes place, the upper layer of iron get oxidized, and this is known as corrosion. So we can write the definition of corrosion: when metal gets oxidized in the presence of oxygen are known as corrosion. Okay. Now the last topic of this chapter is rancidity. What is rancidity? Let us see. Rancidity. What is rancidity? In corrosion we take metal, but in rancidity we take only food. Okay. When food react with oxygen, okay, oxygen or humidity, then the smell of the food okay, of the food is also changed, and taste and smell also change. This is known as rancidity. Okay. Now we can see that food means foods having ions. When the foods having ions get oxidized, then the taste and the smells of the food become changed. This is known as rancidity. Okay. So this process is known as rancidity. Now we will discuss all the points of this chapter. We discussed all the points. Okay. I hope that you better understands chapter first, chemical reactions and equations. If any doubts, you can comments on my YouTube channels or below the videos. Okay. And you can ask any questions for doubts. If you see this video, every doubts will be clear. Okay. So thank you for watching.